Hey guys, Thinking here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to jump in and do the next stage of the Formidable Foes event, Movie Edition Part 3, which is Stage 5. I'm going to go ahead and use this crazy team with the Vegito and Gogeta just to see how much of a big difference it makes, right? Because you guys know with the early stages, I was going through it, not having any of the Part 1 units, and so now that we've got this big strong version of the team that we can use, I want to see how we can get on here. I mean, you having guard for the first couple of turns is pretty good. I kind of want Beast Gohan to be one of my slot ones though, so I guess we probably will just leave him here. Then we can let you get these, and then let you grab these. I wonder when, because the thing is, they've been doing it when new units have come out and then when they've been doing easy A's and stuff. So it'll be quite a while for another one to come out, I would imagine. But I wonder when they'll do the animated sprite for Beast Gohan, because I can imagine that would look very, very cool. I did go ahead, after I'd done with all my summons and like my coining things and stuff, you guys know, if you watched the first part, I have INT Broly now. I did go ahead and add over 2,000 Carnival coins, so I got 2 dupes for Tech Broly. And then I also got a dupe for Beast Gohan. So my Beast Gohan now has a decent amount of additional. Unfortunately, it didn't come into play here on this first turn, but obviously turns where he doesn't get hit first and doesn't get that guaranteed additional, he can very often just do the one attack, especially at 55%. So now that he's got a bit more of additional, a little bit more crit, because I feel like he is a unit that doesn't really need dodge, because he can still be tanky in these tough events where we need him to. But obviously he also wants to get hit to build up, so it's he's one of those units where like there will be a few odd situations where him dodging like a big super would actually be beneficial, but for the rest of the time it's just counterproductive for what his kit wants to do for him to have dodge. So he's one of the few units in my box right now, especially that came out in the last like 2 years or so, that has a dupe and doesn't have any dodge at all, right? He literally has 0 dodge in the hidden potential. But yeah, these guys on the team, all very strong. A unit that's definitely very, very useful for these events is, of course, this Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Has 90% damage reduction to start out the fight. Goes down slowly over time, but obviously these fights, a lot of them can be stunned. Funnily enough, this first one against Tech Broly, he actually cannot be stunned. He can be sealed. I don't think we have anyone on the team that seals, but then we've got the next 2 fights can be stunned in phase 1, so Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku obviously can be very good for that. Very tanky in slot 1, gets the stun, then he gets a couple of attacks off, builds up some more damage reduction, so then on the second turn he should still be good tanking wise. It's only really when you get to sort of like his 3rd appearance that he becomes that little bit of a defensive liability, which is why this event is good for units like him, because units that are, you know, focused on these bursts of high performance for like a few turns, very, very strong in this Formidable Foes event, right? And then speaking of very strong, you've got the STR Super Easy A Gogeta, very, very good against extreme class enemies. Obviously he has the guaranteed guard, so tanking perfectly fine there. And then we get the attack off of Goku to finish off the first phase. So go to INT Broly now. Beast of course got hit in the first turn, so we can just go ahead and use his active here if we want. Talked about this in the previous run where we were using the full power team, but Beast obviously having that active skill that's so easy to get like up and available is super, super good for this event, right? So he's got almost 1 million defense with guard, gets extra defense when he gets hit, so we don't really have to worry about taking damage this turn at all, really. I mean, this INT Broly supers for 2.4 mil. He gets 20% extra attack with each tech type attack received, so that's interesting. So getting hit by type disadvantage attacks not only is not really going to do a lot of damage to him, but also gives him a big attack buff. I wonder if they did that specifically as like a hard counter for, I say, it's not like it would hard counter him at all, but as a counter to Tech Vegito, right, and his team. But I mean, we're not realistically going to see Vegito or Gogeta very much in this run, because it's usually, even if they start on turn 1, it's like turn 5 that you would get to see them. So depending on how much damage output we can put out in these like 4 turns, these fights on average usually only last 4 turns, maybe getting into turn 5, depending on what the damage output of the team is looking like. And obviously here, Gotenks, you know, full 24 key, so he gets guaranteed crits. He'll be able to do damage despite the type disadvantage. Of course, this does attack buff the INT Broly, which is certainly interesting. But then, yeah, we're all good here in terms of... Gotenks' defense will be fine as long as he... well, actually, it doesn't matter, yeah, because Beast's target ability is still up. So, he's just going to tank everything here. And then we've got Angel Goku for the next turn. So, I mean, we can use his active as well to give him his post-attack like defense. So we go ahead and do that. Get a crit as well, which is nice. And then, yeah, he's got 467. He's got, what, 70% damage reduction this turn? 75 if he attacked 3 times last time. And you give everybody defense. So, yeah, I don't think we will transform with you. Because if we exchange into Vegeta, we could use the Potara Crush and put him in slot 1. But I think Goku still works out better and then obviously gets the damage reduction. Although, he doesn't have enough key unless we do this. So, we will do that. So we can do this. Drop this down, get the Rainbow Orbs for Gogeta. And then, bad key on the turn for Goku, but that's fine. Yeah, because of course Goku has guard as well as the damage reduction that he has. So, he should be fine here. Yeah, 7,000 damage. Damage reduction plus guard is a very, very good combo. So, unfortunately Broly did stun on his super, but Gogeta has the potential to just do some crazy damage here anyway. Obviously he attack lowers with each of his attacks as well. Although additional normals is definitely not what we want. 14.4. There being bad key for Goku at the end of the turn there was really awkward, because I think he's probably not going to be able to finish him off now. Maybe if he crits. But the friend is Rainbow, so I mean, we'll see what happens. 18 mil here. Let's see. Didn't crit, but it didn't matter, so... Alright, so that's Broly taken down, and we can move on to... We've got Bio Broly next, let's go. Bio Broly fans, rise up. I can't believe we got the Prime Bow LR Bio Broly for the worldwide, and he is actually relatively good as well. It's kind of funny. So, oh, he's got the bomb orbs, that's interesting. So let's do that for you. Beast is going to give everybody key when he gets hit, so let's do that. And then do that. So yeah, that works out quite nicely here. Beast gets hit a few times, which means he'll be able to get off a few attacks. 11 mil. I mean, this is working out quite nicely so far. We're into this rhythm that we want, right? Where we have the slot 1 units in their places. Beast Gohan taking hits so that he can use the active skill on the next turn. We obviously get the additional from him taking the attack. See if the dupe paid off, and we get the hidden potential as well. I think he's got like 14 additional or something. So yeah, there we go. Get the additional super as well. It's only a 9 mil, so it's not exactly crazy, but you know, we get it. We get the crit, so it's a nice little extra chunk of damage that we wouldn't have done, so we might as well take it. And then Vegeta at 14.4, a full 24 key here. Yeah, so pretty good turn 1 damage. And then, of course, the good thing for... I mean, he's got guard anyway, but Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku having type advantage. I've talked about this before, but characters, even with guard, they still take less damage if they have type advantage, because obviously the hidden potential has those nodes where you are taking less damage from characters if you have type advantage. So guard evens it out across the typings, but then obviously those couple of nodes in the hidden potential make it so that you take a little bit less from those enemies. So Bio Broly, this phase 1 Bio Broly does 2.8 million. He doesn't raise damage or anything like that. The bomb orbs do 40,000 damage, and it's always INT orbs apparently, so that's interesting. He also passively debuffs the enemy, so you attack and defense 20%. That's interesting. the big damage. He's got, what, 100 million HP, so nothing crazy in the HP department. But yeah, very, very strong turn 1. I mean, I guess we just keep Gogeta on rotation because he is so good. I don't really want to lose a bunch of HP, but do that. That's quite a lot of HP to lose. Grab the Tech Orb there. Yeah, we don't have any... Well, I mean, the fusions can heal us, obviously, but that's if we get to the point of using them. Which, considering how much damage we're able to put out in these early turns, probably unlikely. This Broly can be stunned, but Goku not coming in on that initial super. Or the additional super, okay. Third one's the charm, I guess, right? I mean, he's going to die this turn anyway, so it really doesn't matter. After attacking on turn 1, Goku has over 100% damage reduction, so he's only going to take double-digit damage from everything now anyway. And then Gogeta just kills him, so... And then we fight the giant Bio Broly. Reduces damage received. He deals damage to you each turn as well. He's got one of those, like, you lose HP at the start of the turn abilities, so that's annoying. Oof. Alright, so... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this, obviously. So do that. Both of these guys are giving defense, which is good. I mean, it's only one extra attack. Maybe I should just put them together for the extra links. I've been link leveling my Gogeta, as you can see, mostly at 8s and 9s, so not quite finished yet. But let's go ahead and do that. Do that. Because, yeah, both these guys are supporting for defense. So, best to leave them. I mean, we can't actually exchange either of them anyway. I'll do that. Okay, so take a couple of hits here, then get our attacks off. Obviously, no Piccolo on the team, so no unit super, which means we don't get the action break, which is quite a helpful ability. It's the only major thing, really, because obviously it doesn't change his, like, the actual effects, like greatly raising attack and stuff like that. That doesn't change for the unit super, but having the action break is helpful. But it's one of those things that makes it so that if you're not running a Piccolo, you're not getting the unit super. It's not like the end of the world, right? So, Beast taking basically double-digit damage there. And then Vegeta with the 21 mil here. Because, yeah, these guys should be able to do some pretty solid damage between the two of them. Getting these additionals off and everything. Friend is Rainbow, my Vegeta and Tech Gogeta, or Tech Goku, are both 55%. So they're still able to do some pretty solid damage here. But as you can see, most of these fights, you end up doing like 4 turns. I wonder if it's worth, it probably kind of would be a good idea to get the Dokkan attack if we can, but I don't think we'll be getting it next turn. I don't think he's going to survive the next turn. So, I mean, we're going to be on very low health as well. Because, I mean, we've got type disadvantage. So, Angel Goku will potentially take some damage in slot 1 if he gets supered, I think. Because this Broly's hitting for 2.8 as well. So, I mean, we've got the defensive support from Gogeta again. So... I think we should be okay. He's attacking twice in slot 1, which could be awkward, but do that, and then do that. So we've got a decent amount of orbs, a decent little bit of healing, no Dokkan attack, which is good, because now once Goku attacks, I think he should be perfectly fine to tank the super, because he attacked 3 times in the first turn, so he's got, what, now 80% damage reduction. After this it'll be 85. If he does get another attack it'll be 90. So yeah, so he's got 90% damage reduction again now, as well as the post super buffs. So even if he was to get supered, he'd be fine. And then, yeah, STR Gogeta can just come in and finish him off. So that means we'll be going into the next phase, or the next fight, I should say, which is against Janemba. So we start off with Fat Janemba, and we should get the Dokkan attack straight away. He doesn't have a Key Blast Super. That would have been quite fun to just put Tech Gotenks in slot 1, but it is kind of funny using this team and obviously not getting, like, the... not getting the Gogeta or Vegito out at any point, because the event is just too short to actually get the to the fusions. So go ahead and do this and do some big damage on this turn. Janemba, he does 2.8 with his super as well. He gets, from his third turn onwards, gets 50% extra attack. So yeah, Beast taking 200k, damn. Alright, but he got hit a bunch of times, so his attack has been built up, his crit chance has been built up, so the Dokkan attack with all the nodes hit here should do some pretty good damage, and of course will give us a full heal. We should be okay to survive the turn, because like, he's not going to super. Gotenks after supering has solid defense, and obviously Vegeta has guard, has very good defense after supering as well, so... Everyone for the rest of the rotation, I'm just double checking, yeah, he can only super attack once. So everybody else should just take double digit damage after this. So yeah, 16 mil for Vegeta. Pretty much just on the same track here now, 2 turns per phase. It works out nicely with the having Beast Gohan on the first turn, because then straight away on turn 3, active skill gets us set up nicely. So yeah, we're looking pretty good here so far. Vegeta getting all these attacks off. Obviously at 55% and being AGL, he's not going to be getting crits, so he's not doing like crazy damage. And then of course we've got Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks in slot 3. The 24 key means we get guaranteed crits. 18 key means we get the guaranteed additional. My Gotenks does have 1 dupe, so he does have a little bit of extra additional as well. So... if we could get the 3rd super, that would be very good. But... oh, let's go. So we get that extra bit of defense as well, which is what's helpful. So yeah, he should be taking double digit damage here. Big crits. Alright, and then the Dokkan attack, of course, heals us back up to full. Lovely. Let me just do this. So yeah, you're... gonna get, you get to, Goku gets to attack first, so as we've already said, like after attacking he literally can't take damage, so we can do that. Grab those for you, grab some Tech Orb for you. I mean, I could have probably, I guess I could have put Gogeta in slot 1, but I'd still be a bit concerned about him supering. I mean, I guess after getting attack lowered a bunch of times it wouldn't matter. And then Goku in slot 2 obviously is able to do a bit more damage because he gets extra attack instead of defense. He gets the extra chance to attack. But we did get the stun. Completely forgot that, yeah, Fat Janemba can be stunned. So he's not going to be able to do anything now. Goku getting the crits. Goku having that built-in crit chance is a really useful ability as well, right? Because in situations like this, he's obviously not like the hardest hitting unit on the turn, but getting those crits is helpful for sure. And then Gogeta gets his attacks off here. Gets those crits, lowers his attack. I think, will we kill him here? I mean, if Gogeta gets another super from the hidden potential, then we definitely do. But no, I think we should be okay. Yeah, nice big Kamehameha from Gohan, Goku. And now we fight actual Super Janemba. So Super Janemba can do 3.6 million on his super. But of course, he has type advantage, or type disadvantage, I should say, to Beast. So we can go ahead and do this. Now the thing is, he does seal on his super. So if I do this, Beast will do more damage, but we take the risk that, like, if he doesn't super in slot 1, at least Beast will still get to actually do his super attacks. Whereas obviously, if we put him in the middle and then he takes all those other hits, it builds up Beast's attack power, but obviously more chances that he's then going to get supered. I mean, if he supers straight away, then it just is what it is anyway. But yeah, of course he did. Straight away, slot 1. Damn, he crit. Oh, he crits as well. Okay. Oh, he performs a crit when attacking. So all of his attacks are crits, apparently. Because it doesn't say when super attacking. Oh, good lord. That could be a bit spicy for the next turn for sure. But yeah, I mean, this team puts out so much damage that hopefully we can get through. I mean, he's got less HP than the Fat Janemba. He only has 120 million. I say only. He can attack 12 times in one turn. That's crazy. 10% extra attack with each turn passed. So he can definitely build up to doing some insane levels of damage. Yeah, Vegeta again off the additionals here. I mean, slowly but surely, wearing him down here. Goku on the next turn, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. It's risky for him because, like, even with the active skill turn, his defense isn't that high. And obviously, 3.6 million, that's a crazy amount. Yeah, we have the potential that he really does the big damage in slot 1. Gogeta lowering his attack would be really helpful, but I guess it depends. If there's no attacks in slot 1, then maybe it's better to put Gogeta in slot 1. But as there are multiple attacks in slot 1, he doesn't have a Ki Blast super. So, do this. Do this. That counts as an attack for Goku as well, so that gives him the extra 5% damage reduction, so that is very helpful. And then you're at a million defense and you're at 4.6, but you don't have as much damage reduction as Goku does. So we'll do this. Get our full heal. Get these, and then get these. I mean, there is the possibility that Goku still takes some big damage from the super here. He could dodge as well, I guess, to be fair, but I don't know how much dodge mine has. Oh, that was the last. Is it like the last attack of the turn? It would have been so good. Oh, let's go, Goku. I was going to say, it'd be so good if he just let us attack first. Because then, yeah, Goku builds back up to having like 90% damage reduction again. But look at that. Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku coming in clutch with the dodge. Would have been interesting to know how much damage he would have taken. But at the same time, I will quite happily take 0 damage there. And then, yeah, STR Super Gogeta should be able to finish him off here, I think. Get the attack lowers it. I mean, if he doesn't, Gotenks will. It's like the active skill turn and Gotenks has 24 Ki. So Janemba doesn't really have any chance whatsoever of surviving the turn. And then, yeah, Gogeta finishes him off. The canon event, Gogeta finishes him off with the Soul Punisher. And then we can move on to the final phase. So the final phase is versus Hirudegarn. He raises defense on super, does 2.8 million. He has a 7% chance to dodge. He also debuffs you every turn by 7% each turn, no more than minus 50%, which is quite high. And then you've got the second phase builds up by getting hit. Okay, so I guess we just stick to the plan here. Do this for slot 1, you, and then you. Yeah, I mean, it shows you how good, like, the leader skill is and everything for the team. The fact that we just haven't used the fusions, like, at all. But it doesn't matter. Like, the rest of the team is so good. Even their base form versions are very good. Like, they're putting out decent damage. They're tanking well. Like, we don't have to really worry at all. So, yeah, we are looking good here. So hopefully he doesn't get too many dodges, because that can obviously throw... I mean, this is where we now don't really need to worry about how many turns it takes, because we had this whole thing going of, like, having Beast Gohan on turn 1 for the start of each new fight, but there are no fights after this. So if it takes slightly longer, it doesn't really matter too much, because we're done after this anyway. Plus, if it takes slightly longer because he dodges up a whole bunch in the first phase, then it just means we're more likely to actually be able to get one of the fusions out, and then that's obviously bad news for Hirudegarn. I mean, I guess we could have potentially tried to stall here to see if we could make that happen, but I mean, second phase, Hirudegarn does have 170 million HP, which is one of the highest. I think it might be, is it the highest? Yeah, he has the highest HP of any of the bosses on this run. So we might get an extra turn against the INT Hirudegarn anyway. So we'll see. Yeah, Goku will obviously do good damage here as well because we have type advantage. So should be on track as usual to kill the first phase in 2 turns. Yeah, I cannot stress enough how useful these like defensive units are that get like Beast obviously becomes a little bit less good defensively as the event goes on. Super Saiyan 3 Goku obviously does because he's losing his damage reduction. But with these fights resetting and then you go in on turn 1, you're just able to do like big damage. Again here, like I could put Gogeta slot 1 for some attack lowering if we wanted to, but by Goku attacking first, like I say, he gets over 100% damage reduction. So there's literally no risk here whatsoever. Like if Goku doesn't kill him and he super attacks, Goku will just take double digit damage. Because he starts off at 90%, he loses, is it 10% with each turn that passes? 15% with each turn that passes, so when he comes back he's lost 30%. But he gets 5% with each super attack that he does, and he always does a minimum of 2. So after he attacks on turn 1, he obviously goes from 90 to 100, or 105 if he attacked 3 times. So he just can't take damage after he attacks. Which for events like this, where like this AGL Hirudegarn, his normals do 1,000,000 damage, and now he's supering for 2.8, but we're just going to take double digit damage because we have 100% damage reduction. Which is funny the way Dokkan works. We've talked about this in the past, right? You can have 100% damage reduction, you can have 105% damage reduction, you still take double digit damage instead of 0, which is kind of funny. So if you're on 1 HP and a unit with like 300% damage reduction, which I know there aren't any, but gets hit, you die because they'll take at the minimum 1 damage and you're on 1 HP, which I've always thought is kind of funny, especially now that we're getting bosses that are introducing a mechanic where if you don't do enough damage you do 0, which is kind of funny. So there are multiple instances where we can do 0 damage to bosses, but even with 100% damage reduction, bosses can't do 0 damage to you. It's a little bit awkward, but anyway, we'll go ahead and active with Beast. We'll keep these guys together because we get the extra links. Because what do you get with Beast Gohan? You just have Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. You have Saiyan Warrior Race and Prepared for Battle. But if we put you in the middle, at least you get Super Saiyan active. So helps out a little bit. So I guess why not do it? Grab these for you. We're probably not going to be able to get a second Dokkan attack, but that's fine. So grab those for you, and then yeah, make sure we can get 18 key for you rather than try and get type orbs, because the 24 key for Gotenks means he's guaranteed critting. And then yeah, we should be all good. Because yeah, his super does 3 mil, so I think Goku, he greatly raises attack for 1 turn as well though. So Hirudegarn's one of those annoying bosses where he actually does a fair bit more damage than his super attack, like the damage indicator would suggest. He also builds up attack power with each attack received, which is really awkward. Because it's one of those things you don't want to necessarily fire off a bunch of like active skills at the start of the turn to do extra damage to him, because then he also then gets more powerful. Like on the next turn, we really ideally want to use Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku's active skill so that he gets that post-super defense and an extra little bit of damage reduction. But by doing the active skill to Hirudegarn, it obviously makes him hit harder. So there's like a double-edged sword, but obviously the extra 5% damage reduction for Goku is better than the attack percentage up for Hirudegarn. I almost said Janemba then. But already done with Janemba. So good damage here though in this turn. He's got a lot of HP though, like I said, 170 mil this guy. But Gotenks, of course, guaranteed crits. Gotenks not getting hit first, because of course we've just been floating him. So he's not doing as much damage as he potentially can, but obviously getting 24 key just means guaranteed crit and additional super. So he's still able to hold his own and do some decent damage, while obviously being very tanky after supering. So, and then yeah, we've been getting the additional from the hidden potential a few times here. Only a normal this time, but still more than fine. Alright, so there's only 2 attacks in slot 1, so that works out quite nicely. So you can go ahead and do that. Hit him with the thing. He doesn't have a Ki Blast super, unfortunately. That'd be really useful for us to just be able to tank it here. But let's do this. Nice, we can get rainbows for you. Now, do we want to exchange to Vegeta. That drops your defense to 469. Wait, what is it if you're not transformed? It's still 469. Oh, wait, are you not on Earth protecting heroes? Because I know he's on the team, because obviously he's a pure Saiyan regardless, but... Oh, I've never given him a gold skill orb. He is not on Earth protecting heroes. Okay, so the support doesn't actually matter. So, if we do this, we pretty much guarantee that Vegeta will be able to survive in slot 3. And we'll do that. Okay, so Goku didn't get supered, so again, he's in a good spot here now. Multiple attacks means he should be unkillable. I mean, like I say, Hirudegarn 3 mil, greatly raised attack for 1 turn. So his super attack hits for actually over 4 million. But by getting these attacks off, Goku is back up to being at around 85 to 90% damage reduction on the active skill turn as well. So he shouldn't really be taking any damage here. We are also raising his attack with each attack he receives as well, though. So he might take a little bit, but no. He just takes double-digit damage. Perfect. And then Gogeta got a bunch of rainbow orbs, so he's given the support. We get the attacks off. Obviously, he is attack lowering, even though the icon just comes up for the attack up because Janemba gets attack up for each attack received. But Gogeta is lowering his attack. Yeah, triple super, very good. Nerfing this guy. I mean, Super Gogeta, his super EZA is so good. Like, his post-super defense is actually quite high now, and he has really good damage reduction as well. So he's able to tank very nicely. And then obviously Vegeta, now that we've used the Potara Crush ability, has the permanent guard. So he's in a very good spot here as well. Unfortunately though, being tech, if we're not getting crits, we're not doing a huge amount of damage. So, but we will be on turn 5 next turn. So do we actually get to... are we actually going to get to end it off with one of the fusions? Yes, in fact we can do both of the fusions, so let's go ahead and get the animations in here, why not? And then we just decide whose active skill we want to use to kill him. I say that, I'm going to use Gogeta's, because not only is he the newer, shinier addition to the team, but I do think his active skill is possibly one of my favourite animations in the game now, so we're going to fuse both of them here just so we have the extra links and everything. I mean, there's nothing to stop us just doing the active skill now, but...
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please!
But of course, they both give support to each other, and once they're fused, they give attack and defense. So...
What I'm supposed to do, right? Yep, thanks,
Gogeta, of course, going to hit like an absolute truck on this turn. And then he buffs everybody, so... So there you go. Look at this rotation. Beast Gohan, Gogeta, and Super Vegito. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this.
This is the greatest fusion of all!
Let's beat up Hirudegarn.
I'm gonna send you back to hell!
It's so good. And then there you go. I love the fact that if you get the KO as well, they just get completely vaporized and then you have the little flick and then the KO screen. It looks so good. So there you go. Gogeta takes him out. We get to see the fusion right at the end. But there you go. The Vegeta and Gogeta team taking out Movies Edition Part 3, Stage 5 of the Battle Hard and Foes event. Let me know how you guys got on down below in the comment section. What teams did you use? It's definitely a lot more fun going into these harder events with the actual anniversary characters, so let me know how you guys got on with the stage down below in the comment section. But there we go, another no item run, and we can go ahead and grab our mission here, get our 5 stones, and then we are done with 1 stage left to go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.